Alright, so this is it's gonna be a VOD review for Negotiator here. And then right now he's gonna be playing, so it's Bastion defense on Numbani. Taking high ground here is pretty good. Bastion is pretty okay on this map. They have a monkey. Okay. That's fine. Shooting the wrong person, that's whatever. Monkey's diving, okay. Alright, so in this scenario, when a monkey jumps on you like this, at this angle, instead of walking towards the enemy team, or instead of walking this way, to this corner, and a monkey pushes you this way, you should actually just walk towards your teammates this way, towards the point. Because the space, your team is controlling this space, right? You don't want to give your opponent, like, or your enemies, sidelines for them to shoot you. So if you were to go back here, instead of moving up here, the only person you would be fighting is monkey. They're not gonna have sidelines on you when the monkey is stabbing you like this. And Life Weaver can heal you if you move towards him this way over here. Moving this way is really bad. Should never do it. Just don't move towards the space that the enemy team is trying to control or trying to take. Move towards the space that you already own or already have. Get dove. Okay. Oops, wrong person. Shoot the monkey, yep. Till he dies, that's cool. Alright. So we win the fight. Now when we win the fight, should immediately go back up to high ground here. Up here and take this position again. And force them to push you down again. Because having this high ground up here as Bastion is extremely strong, and they have to force you down. If they don't force you down, then it's just free damage for them. They have virtually no cover up here, or they have no cover down there, and while you are up here as Bastion. So should always try to take high ground again, try to force them to push you off the high ground, and maybe work with your Life Weaver. You guys both play high grounds and he can heal you. Just, every time you win the fight, just try to take high ground as Bastion. That's a general tip. Okay, so here's the Reaper, and now you're looking at the Zarya. Okay, so what I would do here is I would shoot her for like half a second, and if she bubbles, I would stop shooting. Since you already popped bubble, you might as well keep shooting because you already fed her bubble, right? There's no point in not shooting her at this point because your support is healing you. The Zarya is looking at you. And you can kill this Zarya before she can kill you, especially when you have a support healing you right now. You already fed her ultra bubble charge, so you might as well full commit to the Zarya 2v1. Yeah, see, like that. You already fed her bubble charge. There's no point in leaving your form to just run away, because I mean, what's done is done, right? So you can shoot her, and if she bubbles again, you just stop shooting. And when she runs out of bubble, you blast her down because she has no supports with her. She's basically alone right now. This is tough to work with because everyone's all over the place, so there's not really space that you can work with. So backing up back here is okay. It's fine because your supports are back here. So she ulted. Coalescence. Yes, focus Zarya. She dies. High grounds. You want him to lift you, but I don't think he knows. Zarya behind. Zarya ulted. Okay, full commit to killing her. Yep, that's fine. So at this point, you don't need to commit to ults or anything. You didn't. I don't think you heard this guy behind you. I mean, this scenario, the best thing you can do is hug the wall. If you knew where he was, just hug this wall. He would have to stand out and force himself out to look down at you, and then force his body out even more. I don't think you make this corner if you were to walk. So the best thing you could have done is just stayed against this wall and try to maybe walk this way. And maybe you could have got out of that. I don't know, maybe. Like, the biggest problem I think you have, Negotiator, is that you have, like, virtually no awareness which is definitely something you have to work on, and it's something that you'll build as you play the game more. Okay, so a general tip I can give you while aiming at targets that are far range is you look at your crosshair and try to align your crosshair with your target when they're far away, and when they're close, you look at the target and try to align the target with your crosshair. That's a general tip here. I mean, you are hitting him a little bit, but he got healed, so. Okay, the moment you see this Roadhog here, I would have immediately, me in this scenario, yeah, back up. Nah, I would have backed up even further. I would have went over here. Yeah, I would just play the street, because if you're playing, put this down. I would position myself right here. So if the hog wants to poke and get value from anything like a hook, he would have to push out, like he would have to go all the way around like this area, and if he does that, he's not going to get any support from his supports. His Life Weaver is going to be forced to pull him back because he's too deep, or he's not going to really have an angle to heal him. And if he plays right here, he's just exposed and he has nothing to, you know, he'll stand here and maybe hook you. But if you're playing this corner and he hooks you, you can just walk back in the corner and break the hook. So you definitely, this is a positioning thing where you definitely don't want to play. You can play here, but it's really risky because he's looking at you and he wants to hook you, maybe off the map. And he does try that. But if in this scenario, you would just back up to your team, play back here, shoot him, force him to expose himself, like force him to not play in cover, so that way your team can just focus him down. Because right now it's, if you play over here, they can see you. Like the high ground people can see you at the stairway. You're playing behind cover pretty decently, but up here from this perspective, it's not. You're in a really bad spot. You're better off rotating around to back here. This is a good spot right here. Let's watch this. Get hooked. See, you would have died here if the Cassidy was paying attention. If he stayed up here, which he should have done, you would have died. Maybe not died, but he would have shot you from this angle. So just keep that in mind. Playing car is fine. Now I guess ulting here is okay because your team is pushing in, so you ult, you can give them basically you apply more pressure because you're ulting, right? But what I would have done is I would have ulted the, what's this guy? Life Weaver, and force him to dash somewhere, dash anywhere. I would have used one artillery to force him to dash, and then use the rest to possibly kill him. Because right now he doesn't have his Lotus. For sure. Does he have his dash? Let me see. Who's that? He didn't even have his, oh, he does have his dash. So yeah. For this scenario, one artillery bomb to force him to dash somewhere. And then wherever he dashes to, use the last two where in his general area. And you probably get the kill. Because he was just trying to save the Cassidy here. He goes to high grounds. He's looking to save this person. Yep. See, actually, you would have got 2 kills. Maybe, possibly. If you can artillery right here and force them to group up over here. Because this guy is not going to come this way. He's going to push up with the Cassidy, right? Cassidy already used his roll. So they're both basically sitting ducks to your ult. If they jump off, they die to your team. And if they stay up, they die to your ult. So that would have been a pretty good. With Bastion's ult, you have a lot of time. You have like 10 seconds to look for targets. So try to prioritize targets that are. You have to play around their abilities essentially. Prioritize targets where you have to force them in a terrible situation. Because Bastion's artillery is not the best ult, but you can definitely use it to force good situations for your team and beneficial scenarios. You're playing way too far back here. I would have played the car because the car gives you cover. You're playing out in the open right now, and out in the open, he has free reign. He can just shoot you for free. I would have kept playing behind the car, and if you get low, you go back here to the pack, pick up pack, And if they're pushing up, you rotate back this way, so you have cover while rotating. And you die. That's tough. Switch Cassidy. All right. Shoot Cassidy. Fine. Shoot Reaper. Okay, Reaper dies. Nice shots. Okay, grab pack. That's fine. So Life Weaver right now is trying to heal the Hog. This is a small thing that separates good players from new players, right? So when you see that line, you see that ball, you see that the Hog is getting healed. You have to try to like think like, where is Life Weaver? Because shooting this Hog is not good. You're at a range where Cassidy's pistol does less damage at this range, like way less damage. So unless you're hitting headshots, you're not really gonna be doing anything. You're not providing much for your team. What I would have done is gone over here and had a better angle on a high ground here. Because you have a high ground, you can back up to this room. You have pretty decent cover. You can play this room right here, and if you were to walk over here, you would see the Life Weaver and force him off the high ground, or maybe even possibly kill him. Playing far back here, you don't provide anything for your team, simply because Cassidy is really bad at these ranges. So definitely wanted to play this room, play up here, play the high ground, because your team is pushed up pretty well up here, and you're really far back. So you want to definitely go up here, take the high grounds, maybe possibly kill Life Weaver, shoot at Brigitte, shoot at the Hog. Those are your best targets, and just try to keep this high ground as much as you can, and try to force them to shoot at you. Try to force them to hurt you, basically, so that way they can make. They need to make space. They need to take space, and you controlling this high ground is a problem for them. Yeah, right now it's like you're not providing anything. The moment you see him get life gripped up here, you can start backing up, because the Hog will probably kill you here. Okay, the moment you see the Hog jump down, you push this guy. You immediately push this guy, because Life Weaver is extremely weak at closer ranges. Even at like Cassidy excels at close range, so you just straight up push this guy and kill their support for sure. Like, not pushing him there was a mistake. Even if he jumps down, you still take the space away from him, which is what you want. Yeah, right now you're not providing any value for your team, because you're not doing any damage. You're not even creating pressure for your, like, you're not really doing much for your team basically right now. You're just up here, just looking. You're basically AFK. Now is the time to back up, because let's go third. Okay, now you have 4 people. They're turning the corner. The only person they see is you. You know what that means? That the only person they're gonna shoot is you. Like as they're rounding around this corner, you immediately start running. Maybe back up here, take the pack, and you can still play high ground if you want. That's fine. So like if you leave, right, and they don't see you, they will maybe stay on payload and then shoot the Sigma, which is pretty much what you want. Okay. Yeah, life grip. This is a bad life grip. You can't do anything about that. Teammate griefed. Shoot the Cassidy. Die. It's fine. Oh man, this is rough. This is a really bad position. I mean, I get what you're trying to do here, but like, this does not work. This will not work in higher elos, because people actually have awareness. The moment they see their Cassidy die, they're gonna be like, who killed my Cassidy? They're gonna look for you, or they're gonna be like, who killed my turret? They're gonna find you. This does not work against better players, and this is insane. This is an insane. Our Torb is, I don't know what this is. And okay. In this scenario, I wouldn't shoot Hog. I would shoot this guy. I would shoot Life Weaver, because he is healing his team right now, and you don't want. If you don't shoot him, if you don't shoot Life Weaver, Hog is gonna infinitely heal. Or shoot the Brigitte, because she's getting shot at by the Sigma. Maybe you guys can kill her, and she's getting ult. She probably will die. I would not have extended from that room. This room would have. This is a good spot to play at, especially when they have this much space. Yeah, you want to play this corner. This is a perfect spot right here. We can. Yeah, you want to play it right here because they have a lot of space right now. So your best bet is just playing this spot, this doorway, and like don't peek the Cassidy. You just shoot them at this corner and force them to look at you. If the hog chooses to push you, you can always just retreat to this spot right here. It's not that far. If he forces you to back up, you can go there. It's fine. Right, but right here is perfect because you see basically the entire enemy team because they're playing kind of out in the open. So you could shoot at the Life Weaver, you could shoot at the Torb at this angle, the Brigette's, probably the Hog, but the Hog is really hard to kill. So I would have played this corner until your team can make more space. Oh, he died. Yeah, that Brigitte would have died. Had you shot the Brigitte once, she would have died. Alright, Tracer Diva, and okay, this is okay. So like you can go on point, force them to back up. This is fine because you're basically forcing them to move back and give up space because they need to contest the point, which is good. This is fine. Jungle Queen dies, nice. Okay, shoot at Bab. That's fine. Okay. Cool, we won the first fight. This is one of the things you gotta pay attention to as Tracer. You have to always constantly keep an eye out on your health. Get hurt? Okay. The moment you see yourself get healed here, you see these pluses on your screen, I wouldn't have gone for this back. I would have gone immediately straight back to the Cassidy because he's extremely low right now. You would have killed him by just dashing up and just quick meleeing him and he would have died instantly. Getting a pick is way more important right now because the more picks you get right now, the more space you can create and the more you can push your payload. So right now the Cassidy is one shot. Yeah, he's in a really bad position. He has no supports with him and he was one shot. So you could have just went straight for him the moment you saw that healing. You didn't need this pack. You could even, yeah, you could just walk around this corner and just blast him. He'll die. Let's see here. I would not have shot here. I would have gone out the right door and waited for them to walk. That shooting here gives away your position. This Brigitte can 100% kill you. Well, what I would have done is play the position and let your team push up a little bit. And when your team initiates, that's when you initiate. You don't want to fight battles alone. As Tracer, you're going to find that fighting battles alone, unless you're extremely good at aiming and extremely good at your abilities and blinking and positioning, you are not going to win 1v1s every time. You're not going to win 1v1s maybe even 50% of the time. Yeah, I would have gone out the right door and just waited for my team to push up a little bit because they're rounding the corner right now. Or I would have hunted the Cassidy down because he was hurt. And if they play out here, you play the room, you play the pack. And if they push you out, you can always run this way, go back here and play this pack. Or, you know, go back high grounds, run over here, play this pack. As Tracer, you want to think about your escape routes if you get discovered, essentially. Because Tracer is extremely good at fighting, basically forcing the enemies to look at two different areas. Fighting two fronts, essentially. Good hooks. Missed the bomb. That's rough. What happened here? Let's go back. Now, this is a bad habit that I see you do, is you shoot before you gain target acquisition. You never want to shoot your gun before your crosshairs are on someone because you're wasting ammo. Every single shot with Tracer matters. Every single shot with Tracer matters. You can't afford to waste a single shot in the air. So you should only shoot the moment your crosshair is on the target. Or on your targets. So if you wanted to blink and then bomb, you would have to blink, turn around, and then bomb, because this blink is way too close. You're too close to the enemies here. Okay, you have bomb. This is you can bomb right now. You could look up a little bit and then bomb, and the bomb will go, possibly, if you look up high enough, the bomb will go over and maybe stick the Brigitte or stick the Torb from the side. If you were to dash, you would have to dash and then turn around and then bomb, because the dash will go through these enemies. But you just dash and then bomb. And that's, the dash goes further than you think, half of the time. Yep. So look, you over dashed here. Yes, the dash goes from, you were here and you go over here. It would have been perfect if you turned to look at the Torb, and then, so you blink, turn, and then throw bomb, and you could have maybe got two. You definitely get the Torb for sure. Tracer is a highly mechanical skill character, so he's gonna be rough. You have to play her like a lot to understand her dashed like distance, and like getting used to playing her. She's pretty hard to play. So missing this bomb is honestly normal. Nice kill on Hog. Okay, win the fight, push up. I don't know what you're looking at, or if you can hear this Bastion. His footsteps are pretty loud. You should have heard this guy. The moment he shoots you, and you get low, you dash into this room to get packed, because he's the only one up right now. I mean, dashing back is okay, but you lose out on the opportunity to set up flanks for your team. Now, we know for a fact that the Bastion was here, right? We know that he was here. He's not that fast. If you go up here, you turn the corner, you don't see him up here, stationed up here, he is most likely over here again. So you should know for a fact that he's over here on the left. You can also hear his loud footsteps. I would have fought him either way. I would have walked up to him and shot him. Until you fight him until he gets you about 50%, and then you recall and then leave. Because that is, he's really out of position right now. He got life grips. Never mind. It wouldn't have mattered. He would have lived. Good pick. She's one. Very nice. Got focus down. The entire enemy team they push from above, so you go for the Torb. Over blink. So in scenarios like this where you're looking for people, okay, blink. Every time you blink, that is, you are using a resource which you need for duels, right? In a scenario like this, you never blink. You're already close enough to the Torb where you can already accurately fire at him. So blinking here is a waste of a resource, in which you need for 1v1s. So in a scenario like this, do not blink towards your enemies. Just walk to them. Because essentially you're giving up a resource that you could use during your 1v1s. So you're blinking here, you over blinked here, which is why you got lost a little bit. Essentially, you never want to blink unless someone is looking at you and you are dueling them. You never really want to blink. Or you're trying to make distance back. You're trying to make back the distance and regroup with your team. The only times you really blink are trying to retake objectives, trying to regroup with your teammates. You blink during duels, and specifically when you are reloading. You want to unload your clip, blink while you're reloading, and then unload your clip and then blink while you're reloading. Or you use your blinks to do jukes, essentially. But note that blinks are extremely important for Tracer, because that's basically her whole kit. You don't want to waste blinks for no reason when you can use it during those important times. Yes, we got a flank set up here. Don't shoot anyone. Do not. I mean, you could shoot her, but no. Okay, this is bad positioning. The moment you get discovered here, you don't want to push up at all. The moment I get discovered, I would have waited in this room. I would have stayed in this room and waited for my team to catch up. Because right now you are too far. Right now, and you're just gonna risk dying for no reason. You can just sit here, wait for your team to catch up. Let your team initiate first, and then you push in, and then you go for flank routes. What I mean by setup is you set up as in you wait, You go to the enemy backline areas, like rooms like this, or you play up here, play back here, or you play this room and wait for your team to initiate, and then you're already in position to shoot the enemies in the back. They have to look at you and they have to look at your team. They have to fight two different angles, and that is why Tracer is so good. You're forcing the enemy team to fight at two different angles. It makes it harder to focus down one target when they do that. Wait. I wouldn't have shot her. Do not shoot targets this far. If you shoot anyone this far, you're basically giving away your position. And good players, if they know where you are, they're gonna push you, or they're gonna watch. They're gonna be wary of you, and that basically makes you weaker in the sense that because they know where you are, they're gonna keep an eye out for that area. So yeah, you don't want to. You do not want to shoot people that far away. That you're not doing anything for your team. In fact, you're getting in your own way if you do that. What I would have done if my team is fighting back here and the enemy teams are over here, I would have went straight to the turret and then broke turret and then run back to my team. Because that's the most value you can provide right now. You need to get rid of that turret. That turret will kill you for sure, 100%. Wait, hold on. If your team is pushing up, then yeah, it's good. But if your team is not pushing up, that would be bad. Oh, actually no, we lost. We lost this fight. Nah, I would have just left. I guess this is one of those cases where you pay attention to the top right and see who died. And because people died, you just leave. You just bail. Or you play back here and force them to back up to you. Okay, now is a good time to... Oh. I mean, I suppose. You gotta kill him anyway. Very nice. So we get to pick on Torb, right? Almost kill Lifeweaver. He goes up. Wall comes up. Brigitte uses her ult. In this scenario, there's not much you can do. I would just leave. This is a almost unwinnable situation because Brigitte will chase you if you stay here. This guy is, you can't kill him, and Sem is just gonna play her wall. So I would have left by going through this door. I would have gone through this door and tried to regroup with my team. Like go up here, play high grounds, maybe possibly kill him if he chooses to play this high grounds, but I doubt he will. Or at the very least, try to break the turrets for your teammates because they don't really have an angle to break these. She's trying to break it, but she can't. And since you're back here, at the very least you can do is come over here and shoot the turret once, or like shoot one or two and then leave, run away. But that's the best value you can provide for your team right now. No, yeah, okay, you have a bad habit of shooting at targets that you don't need to shoot at. The most important thing is you want to break the turret right now, and they're all on the turret. So I would have waited just a little bit more, or I would have played this room and shot at them from the side. Okay, well, your team lost, so... Oh, everyone died, so... I think it's time to leave. Okay, shoot turret. Nope, we leave. Hog is gripped, was fine. Focus Hog, cool. He dies, very nice. Now you guys can push up. The D.Va needs to be pushing up here. Oh, he died. That's unfortunate. I would have stuck the Brigitte right there. Okay, you turn around. You see her? She just used her bash. Which means that she's not going to keep blocking. She's going to want to swing at this point. And if she wants to swing, you just press Q. Because your crosshair is already on her. This is a perfect spot for you to just bomb and then recall. Because yeah, she swung there. You do try to stick her, but the reason why it didn't kill is because she shield bashed. And because she shield bashed, it stuck onto her shield, and then she just kept holding the shield. Playing Bastion again. Okay. Kill turret, it's fine. You literally just saw the Roadhog here. Hold on. See the Roadhog, right? Okay, you know he's over there. Okay, you know that for a fact that he is in this area. You break turret, and now you immediately should wait, play behind the car, and wait for the Roadhog to peek again. Number one priority is killing that Roadhog because he is extremely out of position. He is still behind on your team right now. Getting a kill here is fine. That's good, but that Roadhog needs to die. He gets life gripped. That's not good. Basically, the reason why I say kill Hog here is because if the Hog dies, you can just push for free. If the tank is dead, the rest of the team has no front line, and they can't really like hold the objective if they have no tanks. So that's why Hog needs to die. Usually if he's up like this, 100% he needs to die. Get too focused on killing the Hog when it's way faster to kill Torb than it is to kill Hog. Hog has like double his health. Even though he's half health like this, he still has more health than Torb. Yes, he's won, but he's not looking at you. This person right here, he's looking at you. He's trying to kill you. Kill the person that is trying to kill you first. Especially when he's this close. Like, you could have easily killed him here. And you can go into turret form and kill him here. This is just an awareness thing. Nice kill, though. Don't shoot the Brigitte, shoot the Life Weaver. Alright, in this scenario, I would have taken high ground. Taking high ground up here is extremely good. Shoot down on your opponent, your enemy until the cart goes past this corner. And when the cart goes past this corner, you can start rotating this way. Taking high ground again and shooting down on them up here. Playing out here is too risky because you have virtually no cover. The cart is not even up here. Also, another bad habit is to pre-fire. In a game like Overwatch, you never want to pre-fire. Only shoot. Every bullet matters. It's not like just bullet travel like in Apex or something. You need to wait. Don't pre-fire. Wait until your crosshair is on your target and then shoot them. Because pre-firing doesn't do anything. You're just wasting ammo at this point. You're not a projectile hero. You're a hit scan. And because you're a hit scan, you're basically pre-firing for nothing because you're literally shooting the air. You're hitting the air. Okay, so we're at 15. You used 10 shots shooting at nothing. And those 10 shots could have been used to kill the Reaper. See, so you had to reload there. If you just waited and practiced a little bit of trigger discipline, you could have possibly killed the Reaper there because you had to reload. You couldn't shoot him. So I mean, that's just a simple trigger discipline thing. Okay, we touch point. Bomb is going off. Pushing too far up here. Play the payload. I would play the payload here. You're out in the open. You're not playing cover at all. Okay. Oh, that's how you lost. Damn, that Reaper. The D.Va should have been there. That's the D.Va's fault. She should have been with her team instead of pushing up. Honestly. She could completely negate that ult if she just uses the defense matrix. That's why it's her fault. Alright.